Good morning. I've decided to take upon myself the challenge to complete the MacLehose Trail, which is famous in Hong Kong. It's a 100 kilometers, 60 miles trail that goes from the east to the west of all of Hong Kong, and it will be marked by stuff like that all the way. It will be different degrees of difficulty ranging from easy to very hard. This is Wednesday, day 1 of 3. It's 6:30 in the morning. There are 12 hours of daylight every day. And in order to complete this, I would have to walk around 12 hours per day. So here we go. The entire trail will actually be marked by these fellows. That one there is number 001. I think we're gonna see a lot of those. There will be one every 500 meters, so that's every 1,600 feet. And it looks like the trail starts out with being a road. But we're bound to see some more nature and some waterfalls eventually. Yeah, so we've done about 12% of the entire trail. First section is behind us, and powering through section 2 now. And it looks like rain, but it hasn't started yet. Well, that was hard. These markers are pretty clever in their own way. So we've reached MO70, 70. So if you're doing kilometers, you can divide by 2 and then you know you've done 35 kilometers. And that's also the percentile, because the entire trail is 100 kilometers, which is 60 miles. And that means we've done 35% of the trail on our first day. This marker is actually in stage 4, and today was only stage 1, 2, and 3, which was enough. But the campsite is up here, a bit up stage 4. So let's go and set up camp. All right, let me introduce you to our camp for tonight. We've put this sheet to protect us from the rain. It's been raining all afternoon, so it could start raining again tonight. And within, we have a hammock. Hammock is right there. And it's been fitted with a mosquito net because we don't want those muzzies eating us tonight. And sunsets at 6:30. Sunrise is at 6:30 a.m. So we've got at least 12 hours of rest. Good stuff. You must be dying to know what's on for dinner tonight, so let's have a look. Yes, it is chili tuna and crackers. That's maybe a lot better than what it sounds like. I've got to say, I'm really tired. My phone says we clocked up 42 kilometers, and according to the map we've done 35, so the truth might be somewhere in between. I'm really curious to see how my body feels tomorrow in the morning, because today we did 3 stages and tomorrow we're going to do 4. The first one is a very difficult one, then it should get easier. And I hope it's not raining tomorrow. Good morning. It's 6 a.m. and we're getting ready to go. We need to pack the camp and then we're off. Right then, off we go. So, this is day 2 of 3. MacLehose Trail is divided into 10 sections. Yesterday we did sections 1, 2, 3. Today we're planning to do sections 4, 5, 6, 7. And then tomorrow, our last day, we should do 8, 9, 10. My body isn't in that much pain. I was expecting it would be much worse than this, but I definitely feel tired. Right. Okay, so been hiking for a bit now and I'm fine as long as we're walking somewhere straight. When we're walking down, I feel my knees. When we're walking up, I feel my thighs and my knees. So yeah, yesterday definitely took its toll. My legs are so heavy, so heavy. Stage 4, done. And that was the last hard one. And here we go, off to stage 5, which is medium. Okay. It's the middle marker. We've made it halfway up the entire trail. Marker number 100, 50 kilometers, 50%. Okay, so that was trail number 5, which means we've done 5 trails or 5 sections out of 10. We're halfway with the sections, and this last section, number 5, I can't believe that was rated medium, because I definitely found that one to be hard. But the next one we have is supposedly easy. So we got to do 2 more stages today, and it's 20 minutes past 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and I really just want to drop dead. I so want to lie down, and I kind of ran out of water, so I need to do something about that too, because I'm really dehydrated. Okay. I missed a marker somewhere. Now I have to backtrack a lot, like half an hour. It sucks. Especially because I have to go back up again. Right, just returned back from there. And this fellow here, that guy, that's the one that made me turn right and go way off track. We're back on track now. I didn't need this extra distance. That really sucks. But we're back on track. I still think that other little fellow on the rock looks a lot like our MacLehose Trail figure. So we've just left trail section 6 and entered trail section 7, and according to the plan we're supposed to complete trail section 7 today, so that on our last day we're left with 8, 9 and 10. But I'm really tired, and this actually looks like a great place. I could put my hammock over there, be dry all night. It says that the next section is nominated to take 2.5 hours, and the sun is going to set in about 2 hours and 15 minutes. But we've been faster than the nominated time every time on every section. So around the world, people, they would deal with this in different ways. And I happen to be from Scandinavia, and where I come from, we say, if you can do it today, you won't have to do it tomorrow. So let's do this section. I've just walked up a million stairs, or a million steps, and it keeps going. Viking hiking! The steps, they keep going. I've just, for the past 20 minutes, been on these steps. They just don't let up. And there's zero view. Just steps. One step and the next. And we keep on keeping on. Made it. The sun just set 5 minutes ago, but we still have some daylight. Need to set up camp real quick. My legs are shaky and my lungs are pretty worked, and I'm not sure how we did this. I mean, where did the energy ever come from? I hope there's still some energy tomorrow. Yep, the camp is a done deal. And I hope we won't see any monkeys here tonight, because I'm too tired to deal with that kind of stuff. I also spotted some wild boar, but I haven't seen any monkeys for a while, and I haven't heard any monkeys for a while, and I haven't seen any wild boar for a while, so maybe they're not in this region. Time for dinner. So, another day begins. I've been worried about dogs most of the night. There were these dogs barking like crazy, and I was hoping they wouldn't come and find me and start biting. But here we are. It's 6 a.m. So I better take this cap down. So it's day 3. Hopefully the last day is the last day. And today we're doing stage number 8, 9, and 10. And then that will be the entire 100k trail of MacLehose. My body's feeling pretty okay, but worn out. Batteries are pretty flat. Had breakfast. Spent the night at this campsite just down there. I was the only person. Haven't seen anyone for the past 14 or 15 hours. I'm all alone. It's been foggy, and at one point started thinking about Blair Witch Project. But really I was mostly concerned with the dogs. They can be vicious when they're in a pack. Okay, here we go. We're approaching the top of Tai Mo Shan now. Tai Mo Shan is the highest point in all of Hong Kong. It's almost 1,000 meters high. You know, a couple of thoughts come to mind. One is that the fastest overall time for the entire trail, MacLehose 100k, 60 miles, is just about 11 hours. 11 hours. Of course, they're not carrying a backpack. And they're in much better shape. Another thought, when I'm completely out of breath, making my way up this mountain, is that I once did the Everest Base Camp trek, and while doing so, I was observing these 16-year-old kids carrying 100 kilos of dry cement bags on their back. I even saw this 16-year-old kid hiking up Everest with these massive sheets of plywood on his back, and the wind was ripping him from side to side. Well, I'm at my own limit now. That marker there is number M160, meaning that we're now left with 20 kilometers. That's 12 miles. I'm drenched. Part of it is sweat, a lot of it is rain. I'm exhausted. It's around 10 a.m. so we got another 8.5 hours before sundown. We're gonna make it. Kind of thinking that it wasn't a good idea at all to do this in 3 days. I mean, it obviously adds to the challenge, and it will sound more hardcore once I finish. I can say, I did it in 3 days, but it pulls a lot of joy out of it. 4 days would probably have been a lot better. 5 days would have been perfect, maybe. And then obviously it would have been nice to do it together with someone you could talk to, someone you could share the experience with. But more than 6 years into this project, I'm used to doing things on my own, being alone. Go to the zoo alone, go to the movie theaters alone, sit in the bus alone, sit in the train alone. So, yeah. Well, we still got some distance ahead of us. So we're on to the final stage of the MacLehose Trail. We've done some of it already. Hello, how are you? So we're coming from over here. We've made it this far, and got another 4 or 5 hours to go. We're down to the last 3% of this hike. And it feels really good to know that. And I've been thinking, so there are 10 stages of the MacLehose Trail. I was thinking, is there any of those 10 stages which I didn't appreciate, or which I thought were not worthwhile? And I'd have to say no. I figure all of them had something to offer. It's a really good hike. I don't know if it should be done in one go or if it should be done over 3 days. But I would recommend anyone in Hong Kong to do a stage now and again. Just see something else than the city. After all, 75% of Hong Kong is nature. Man, I'm tired. Done. I'm in so much pain. Done. And back in the city. It's a shame that the last 500 meters or so was in a kind of slum area where it really stinks and there was a lot of garbage. But I'm done. Done. I have done the MacLehose Trail in 3 days. 100k, 60 miles, a lot of elevation. Oh, I'm so tired. Over and out.
Với cả